Hey friend, welcome to the Virgo's Bible Podcast, where I free my besties from a life of being basic by way of good ass advice on love, relationships, and spirituality. I'm your host, Christina, wellness entrepreneur and author. Let's get into it. What's up, y'all? Hey friend, how you doing? We just gonna get right into it. Today's episode is called Law Number 2. Show up to your sisterly functions. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because I have something I want to talk about, but I also want to mention how I've noticed sometimes in the past, I'd say, I've been around people that ditch their friends for a booty appointment. And now you may be listening to this and like, wait a minute, what do you mean? I'm not supposed to ditch my friends for a booty appointment. I'll get into that in a moment. But first, let's talk about this post I saw on Facebook, and I thought it was pretty interesting. So I'm just going to say this person's first name because, this person's first name is Letorreus Taylor. And I'm going to spell this for you. L-E-T as in Tom, O-R-R-E-U-S. I don't know what a Letorreus is or what sounds a Letorreus would make, but good God. I'm assuming that what I'm reading is what the type of sounds a Letorreus would make. So this is what he posted, okay? Letorreus states, I seen 5 girls get together and have a hashtag Galentine's skull emoji. Leave it to abroad to repurpose a day that was meant for loving your significant other just because they ain't got one. Laughing emoji. How gay would it be to be a hashtag Guyentines or hashtag Fellantines day? Question mark. Y'all would be quick to call that quote unquote sassy. Some of you hoes lost and need to be found quick before y'all die bitter and alone. Who's going to tell him? Who's going to tell him? Okay. You know how many well, first of all, let me just start off by saying this. Do you know how many holidays were created by Hallmark alone and just capitalized by them? Do you know how many? Now, of course, we all know Valentine's Day is, got Cupid in there, and it's more so, if I'm not mistaken, something more Eurocentric, and it brought its way this way, right? But not even speaking on that. Valentine's Day, yes, it's a day of love, but this is the thing. Love is not limited to your boyfriend, your girlfriend, okay, and whatever dynamic that looks like for you. It's not limited to that. I don't know if you've ever, if what's his name, Letorreus, has ever given his mother flowers on Valentine's Day. I mean, I'm just saying, I didn't know that Valentine's Day was a day strictly for people that are in relationships. We have many relationships. We have relationships with our mothers, our fathers, our friends, our children. I've seen parents give their children Valentine's Day gifts. So Mr. Letorreus is very misinformed, right? Furthermore, let's dissect what he said, okay? So the first part of it says, I seen 5 girls get together and have a Galentine's Day. Dead. Basically, he was saying he's dead. Meaning, I can't believe it. Skull emoji, right? I don't understand why that's so far-fetched. The common misconception that I've noticed with the podcast male, and this is what I'm going to call him or the He-Man, no girls allowed type of men, Um, they're very bitter. They're very bitter. And it makes me beg the question, do they have any sisters that they love on? Do they have a mother that they love on? Because of course we all came from a woman, but we have a name for a woman. He must don't listen to Tupac. I'm just saying. Um, it makes me wonder if he has any females in his life. Not females, women. If he has any women in his life that he actually loves. Um, because it's giving very lonely. It's giving very lonely and very hateful. Um, but yes, women love each other. Women have sisterly bonds, and I've noticed that a lot of well, some, I don't want to say a lot of, but some guys have an issue with women having friends, especially if they aren't doing what they need to do for their friends. They have a problem with a friend that has something to say. It's one thing to have a friend that, doesn't, because it's a very fine line, right? When you have a friend that's in a relationship or married. But I don't, honestly, it doesn't matter whether they're in a relationship or not. The friend is who I'm referring to, because, and you can say, comment or whatever, but my thing is, if I've been knowing my friend for so many years and I know that my friend's not being treated well, what do you expect me to do? I mean, I can only do so much as the friend, right? What do you expect me to do? What do you want me to say, right? So he's one of those guys, and I can tell by his post that he's one of those men that'll sit here and mistreat the woman and expect everything to be given to him, just because he's breathing, even though he's not doing anything positive. And he probably had a situation where a friend of his girlfriend or whoever was in their business. I feel like he would be that person that would be like, you need to get rid of her. You need to get rid of her. She in our business. She's too much in our business. What are you doing? I don't like her. Stop hanging around her. This is the type of male that would divide or put a line between you and your friend, mainly because the friend is privy to their bullshit, right? Moving along, it says, leave it to abroad. First of all, let's stop right there. The Webster Dictionary of abroad is a female elephant. If you didn't know that, a broad is a female elephant. Okay, let's just stop there, and I wanted to stop right there and tell you that, right? So the female elephant, to repurpose a day that was meant for loving your significant other just because DEY, ain't got one. That day is about love. It's not about, I mean, yes, we do tend to, we all, I mean, of course, you know, I guess you could say pop culture, society, whatever. We call this Singles Awareness Day if you are single. But it's a funny ha, right? You have that, and then you have people that are, you know, in relationships and, I guess honor their significant other on their day. But you also have more than, so you, everyone has someone in their life that they love. So why is it that he has this such narrow-minded view of what the word love means? When someone says love, that love is extended to everyone that is in their close circle. Okay. It's not limited to just uh two partners. It could be with friends, it could be with children, it could be with mother, father, daughter, cousin, whoever, auntie. Your Valentine doesn't necessarily have to be a significant other that you're romantically involved in. Okay. How gay would it be to have a Valentine's Day or a Valentine's Day? Well, first of all, y'all have bromances anyway. The way y'all go hard in the paint for your friend and impressing them is crazy. And you look at us like we are just, just insane. The way that y'all show up at any type of club and want to show out and impress y'all friends are just, it's just maddening. It's crazy. Mad. You want to impress your friends more than you say you want to impress the women that y'all trying to throw the money at or whatever you doing. It begs the question of whether you are straight or not. And granted, listen, we love everybody over here. If you are a part of the lettuce, bacon, tomato community, hey, I'm a part of the lettuce, bacon, and tomato community. I don't care. This is what I'm saying. It does not matter. But what the actions, okay, I call it how I see it. I'm calling it how I see it. Okay. I don't like that type of statement. It just tells me that you very much want to have a Valentine's Day, a Gaientine's Day. It's telling me that that is something that is on your to-do list, that is on your bucket list, that is telling me everything that I need to know, okay? Hey girl. So I know we just met, but I think we should be friends. Like seriously. You cute, I'm cute, straight killing them. The best way to let me know though is by subscribing to the newsletter in the listen notes and sharing this show with another friend so we can all be friends. Okay, the math has to be mathing. All right, so I won't keep you any longer. Back to the show. And lastly, the last part of his statement says, some of you hoes lost and need to be found quick before y'all die bitter and alone. Now, this is a strong reach, okay? The assumption that we are lost is crazy within itself. I didn't know that women that like to get together with their friends and enjoy their friends' company are lost. The last time I checked, women have friends because that's their sisters. Those are their sisters. That's the sisterhood. And you have a real problem with women loving on other women, right? And he also says, you need to be found quick before y'all die bitter and alone. Now, this is the thing. No one said, this is, you. If y'all ever seen one of those posts that says me, no. It'll say nobody and then me. His whole post would be the me section. Nobody said anything to you, sir. No one said anything to you, but you had every ounce of your chest. You put every effort and energy in your chest to say this dumb shit right here. Sorry to this man. I don't know this man from a can of paint. If I would have walked past this man, I wouldn't know a thing. Shout out Keke Palmer. I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry to this man. I don't know him from a can of paint, but let me tell you something. This man sounds hurt. This man needs therapy. This man is going to die alone, and this man is bitter. Okay, it's not the other way around. He's he's projecting very heavily, right? And I can literally sense and tell that just based off of his verbiage and his language, I feel like I'm hitting the mark on the tree right here, right? I feel like this man is very angry and very abusive. And he has a chip on his shoulder the size of a fucking Pringle. Big as fuck. Not the broken piece of Pringle. I'm talking about that big motherfucker. He has problems. Serious problems, okay? These are the men, ladies, if you like men. That's your prerogative. But if you date any men, ladies, please, for the love of God, avoid people named Letorreus. Any man named Letorreus, I wouldn't trust him. He sound like he cracked cards. Letorreus sounds like he'll sit here and ask you what your cash app is, and I can send you this, and once you send me this money, I'll get you. Letorreus sounds like he shops off of Western for his vehicles. And if you're from Chicago, you know not to get no goddamn cars off of Western. Letorreus sounds like he burns his food every time he cooks and then gets mad and then asks you to cook, or actually demands that you cook because he a man and he can't cook. Letorreus sounds like someone who has a very hard time, well, had a very hard time in literature as a child. Letorreus sounds like, let me stop because I'm just going on a whole roasted session. Letorreus sounds like, hashtag Letorreus sounds like, please and thank you. Please make that happen. Hashtag Letorreus sounds like what? Because, child, what the hell is this? What the fuck is this? I was so upset. No, I wasn't upset because I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, there is no way a man named Letorreus gets a happy Valentine's Day text at all. At all. There's no way in hell that this man named Letorreus gets a Valentine's Day text. Anybody that can sit here and do this is angry. They're bitter. If anyone ever saw Diary of a Mad Black Woman, I would imagine Letorreus being the guy in the wheelchair being thrown into the tub. He would be the one being thrown into the tub. But I'm just saying, oh my God. And with the rise, honestly, this is the thing. This is the thing. And it's so disheartening. It's so sad. I don't know what happened between the time this man was birthed by his mother up until now. But I just feel like his mama raised him better than that. I just feel it in my soul. His mama raised him better than that. And you, boy, I would have disowned his ass too, Mom. I would have disowned his ass too. Because you ain't teach that boy that bullshit. Sure didn't. I don't know where he get that stuff from, who he hanging around, but they bad influences, Mom. They are bad influences, okay? But unfortunately, with everything that's going on, and I'm going to say the masculine versus the feminine, this has been a war being waged for centuries, mainly because women were seen as footstools. And they're trying to bring back women in the footstool position. This is why it is of the utmost importance as a woman, as a womb, to essentially know your worth, okay? Have a strong foundation within yourself and have a strong circle of women that you can trust and that you love. There's a lot of women out here that have internalized misogyny because of how they were raised. I used to be around them and I know it. Now that I'm out of that situation, I know what it looks like and I can tell a mile away, okay? You can't fake it. The ones that are internalizing misogyny are the ones that will sit here and ditch you for some a penis appointment. Y'all had a whole date planned out. Y'all was like, okay, night before, girl, what you wearing? I'm wearing this, okay. We about to look cute. Are you wearing jeans? No, I'm not wearing jeans. I think I'm gonna wear a skirt. Okay, cool. What color you wearing? Like y'all planning a whole outfit out, right? Y'all planned y'all outfits. Y'all said, okay, we're gonna meet here at this time. Okay, we got to get here so we could park and have our reservation ready. Blah blah blah. Y'all sat here and planned. And then while you in the car driving to the location, this motherfucker sit here and text you or send you a call you, be like, hey, I'm not gonna be able to make it. My man sat here and planned something for me. And as you driving, you like, you piece of shit. So you telling me we just sat here and planned all of this stuff together, might I add. And you gonna ditch me, treat me like I'm I guess, an option, I guess, for your man. And granted, Mr. Sir, Mr. Man, whoever your significant other is, you could do this if you are in a gay or straight relationship, mind you. This person does not know that y'all plan something. So hell, they probably didn't know. Who knows? Okay. So you telling me you're gonna choose your significant other over your friend because they planned something for you. So fuck our plans. Okay. Just throw it away. It does not even matter that we plan something. This is the thing that tears up good friendships, because what and I'm speaking in I'm coming from a place where, well, this scenario, let me just say, the friend is in a straight relationship, okay, a cisgendered situation, if we're being politically correct, right? And so you're telling me, and I'm just a hypothetical, you're telling me that you're going to cast your friend to the side because your boyfriend sat here and planned something for you. One thing that I noticed is that, and this happened to me before, well, not this particular situation, but this has happened to me before a long, long time ago. But when you decide to cast your friend to the side for whatever your boyfriend got going on for you, or a booty appointment, as I mentioned, that creates a wedge between you and your friend. Why? Because for whatever reason, one, um, internalized misogyny, but two, because some people don't see relationships with your friends, well, a friendship, as a serious relationship. They think, oh, that's gay or something. Like, no, that's a fucking relationship. Whether you are straight or not, your friendships are still serious relationships that you have with other people. You sit there and you go out with them, you hang out with them, you sit there and you call them with your mess, probably having to do with them, your significant other that you're ditching them for. You call them and tell them all of your business, but yet you are leaving them on red and y'all already planned something out. That's grimy. That's not a good friend. You're not being a good friend. Argue with your mama. You're not being a good friend. You are not being a good friend by putting your friend on the back burner for your significant other if there is something already planned. How this scenario should go, however, if you already have something planned out and I'm already on my way to doing whatever we got and I got reservations, you better tell your significant other, hey, I love you, okay, very dearly, but I have a situation going on with my friend right now, and I can't sit here and flake on her because we planned this out, I don't know, maybe a day in advance, a week in advance, who knows. This has already been planned before you even told me about what you were going to do. I appreciate what you're doing. I would love to go out with you and love to do this more with you on another day, but we're going to have to put a rain check on it. That's how that needs to be handled. Don't cast your friends away just because your boyfriend has a date for you. If you already had something planned and you ditch your friend for your boyfriend, that makes you look really disgusting as a person. I'm just going to say it. I mean it. And no, I'm not hurt, but it's real. You can't do that and then turn around and sit there and expect they're not going to want to mess with you. They're not going to, I don't care what you're calling me about. You sat here and you ditched me. That's not okay. You don't do that to your friends. Women, in order for women to stop looking at each other as rivals, in order for them to be able to have a good, lasting friendship where there is real love, real support, and a real bond, you have to treat them like they are a priority as well. Okay? Your friendships and any relationship that you cultivate with anyone is just as important as the other one is, but you have to be honest with yourself. If you've already had something situated already, don't sit here and leave them like that. That is a recipe for a bad friendship. And that's only going to progress into more turmoil within your friendship later on down the line. And you can't blame anyone else but you because of your choices and how you treat your friends. So, yes, remember that you need to respect and honor your friend and show up for your sisterly functions. I'm all for Galentine's Day. I've never participated in a Galentine's Day situation. I've been to a Friendsgiving though, okay? Friendsgiving was pretty good. And I thought that was like someone else had said, actually, now that I think about it, someone else had said that same stupid shit. I'm just going to say I'm cursing. They said the same dumb shit about how it's like, what is a Galentine's Day? I'm like the same thing as a Friendsgiving. Like males go to Friendsgivings too. Like, I don't know where they come up with this craziness from. They just be saying stuff. I'm like, so you don't have a good enough relationship with other people that y'all just think that relationships is exclusive to just between the two of you, that y'all don't have friends, well, mutual friends. I've seen couples that are friends of each other, like couple friend. Like, you know what I'm talking about. I've seen that. I've been to those functions. We had a great time. Potluck, everything, brought food and everything. So it's a thing. I mean, it's a thing that was created by, I don't know. I don't know who the hell. Honestly, I don't know who the hell created Friendsgiving or Valentine's Day. But hey, it works. It's fine. It's a way to spend time with people that you, well, speaking of Valentine's Day, in regards to that, it's a good way to spend time with your friends, your girlfriends. Spend time with them. As for Friendsgiving, same thing. It's a good way to spend time with your friends outside of your family. Because we all know people associate Thanksgiving with family. You go to your family's house for Thanksgiving. People typically go to their friend's house for Friendsgiving. I want to say it's a week before Thanksgiving and do their own thing. So, I mean, what's the problem with having things like that? There's nothing wrong with that. So, I'm going to leave you with that. And I want you to know that outside of being a good friend, because that's very important, make sure you make hashtag Letorreus. Make that hashtag Letorreus stuff happen for me, please. Thank you. We are now entering into the crystal ball segment of the show. Here we will be answering questions from our listeners. If you have any questions or want to leave a comment via voicemail, just make sure that you visit the Virgo's Bible website linked inside of the listen notes of this show. Let's see what we have. Okay, so for this crystal ball session here, someone wrote in, "Hello, thank you so much for your voice in this podcast." Oh, you got girl. They said, "Please keep me anonymous." Anonymous. So they say, "I wanted to know your thoughts on this particular issue that I have with my friend. So my friend of 5 years has been going around telling the secrets that I've been telling her over the years to other people. And that has created a wedge between her and I. Her argument is that I know these people and we share the same mutuals. So why is it a big issue? What should I do about this situation?" All right, baby. Listen to this. And if I could, I would touch your hand when I tell you this. I want you to hear me now. Stop telling everybody your business. Okay? Just because they are your friend does not mean that they need to know everything about you, right? Now, we all know, okay, Miss Alicia Keys came in, "I won't tell your secrets," like diary. I didn't sing that. We don't sing that part now, okay? I can't entrust you with every single aspect of me. And if I can, great, because some people are just like that. But for the most part, you cannot tell every friend all of your business. And here's why. It's not because that they're speaking maliciously about you, just because, right? Human nature is it's honestly it's embedded in our human nature to gossip, so to speak. And not gossip as in, oh girl, guess what she had on? Guess did you hear about this girl? She had it's not in a malicious way. It's more so in a conversational way. Women are, and if you've ever, done any women's studies, you should already know that women share information to gain insight into things. We are very detail oriented creatures. If you describe a type of green, if you say, oh, I want to wear a green dress, we're gonna say, oh, is it sage green? Is it like a forest green? What kind of green is it? Now, if you were to talk about it with another guy, and you're a guy, and you say, I got this green outfit, it's like, all right, okay, bet. Men don't hold the same conversations in the manner in which women do. Okay. So it's very different. So when women speak, we speak and we share information and we are detail oriented. And when we speak to each other, okay, the way in which we speak is to share information, share knowledge. So your friend may have been just talking in a regular conversation and thought it was a safe space to speak to whoever this person is, because of course, like you said, you all have mutuals, right? So even if you do have mutuals, it's okay that you all have the same mutuals, right? But at the end of the day, just because you have mutuals with this person, right, does not mean that you and that person share the same, I guess you could say, caliber of a relationship, if that makes sense. I don't know if you've ever heard of having friends for different situations. This is true. And I agree with this. Everyone that you go out with, not saying that, oh, I'm only going to have you around for this, that, and the third, because everybody can't do stuff like that. But everybody can't be that type of friend that you're looking to have with, if I'm trying to say this in the best way possible, everyone that you have as a friend isn't on the, I guess you could say, the closer. Think of it like this. If you've ever had MySpace and you have your top 5 friends, this is what that is. You have your acquaintances, you have this and that and the third. And I get how you feel, because of course you did not expect her to betray your trust, because you expected her. And I'm pretty sure you probably already told this to her. Anything I tell you, please keep it between us. Maybe you said that before you even divulged into that information with her. Maybe you did. And maybe she, violated your trust. But the key thing I want you to understand is, stop telling your business, all of your important business, let me say, to your friends. Because they're either going to tell your business in regular conversation, it just falls out of their mouth because, like I mentioned, women talk for to gain information, or they're actually gossiping. I don't know what kind of friends you have, but stop telling your friends your information. Tell them what they need to know. Everything is on a need to know basis over here, okay? If I need you to know something, I'll let you know. Otherwise, no, I'm not. But if you all have that relationship to where you all can tell each other these types of things, and both of you all have an understanding of this, and you keep your end of the bargain, and she, maybe, I'm assuming that this is like a one-off situation, maybe, then of course check her on it. Say, hey, what the hell? Like, why would you do that? But all in all, keep your business to yourself. Okay. Check her on the situation and see how it goes from there. But I would make it abundantly clear from now on that if you tell her something and she does not honor your wishes of keeping it to herself, then you know where you stand with her as a friend, and you know where she's at. And you can't make her be something that she is not. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Make sure that you check out the listen notes of this podcast for highlights, book recommendations, the crystal ball link, and much more. Also, make sure that you're subscribed to the newsletter to receive all things a part of the Virgo's Bible, Multiverse, and more. See you in the next one. Bye, girl.